Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new, fresh, ripe, ready episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today, we're going to talk about flexibility in business. Flexibility in business. Quick shout out. Shout out to Janet Tizu. And shout out to my mom for getting me this Powdered Toastman mug. I don't know how many more episodes I'm going to say that shout out, but I'm going to keep doing it. Shout out to Jocko Willink for providing us Jocko Go Real Energy Zero Crash. Here we go. Today we have the cherry vanilla.
There's a few new ones. There's like 3 or 4. The Michael Jordan is one of them.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yakub Savouge is extremely tired. It's been a very, very long week. It's been a very long week. Shout out to Yakub Savouge for hanging in there. Much love, much love. All right, so today we're going to talk about flexibility in business. What does this mean? During what? Go ahead.
I feel like most of this topic has to do with what?
It's just funny on the show when I'm about to get into it, you jump in.
Yeah, because I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
He just wants to get it out of the way so then he can let you talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, get it out of the way.
You deserve it.
Because no, the thing is if you let Andy start talking,
it's been a long week.
If you let Andy start talking, he doesn't stop. So I have to jump in real quick and say some shit. It's funny, flexibility. I feel like is more this topic has a lot to do with your business and things in your business being flexible, but also your mindset in a way. A lot of it has to do with your mindset being flexible.
So flexibility in your business, what does that mean? So let's give an example. So let's say you have a project that you're working on with a client, and your rule or your policy is XYZ, and the client comes to you and says, "Hey, I have this situation, and I know this isn't normal, but it would really accommodate me." Here's the word, accommodate. If you want to show your clients love, the best thing you could do is to be flexible. Flexible. That means being able to sometimes bend your policy, bend your rules, accommodate your client. And that could mean a variety of things. It might be a billing issue. It might be how a client pays you. It could be the duration or tempo that they pay you. It could be the execution of a project in what milestone manner. What are you going to hit for milestones? And let's say, something was held up on the client's end. He goes, "Oh yeah, I was meaning to get this to you. Sorry about that." Don't be a stickler where you're like, "Hey," and you're all over the client. At the end of the day, that is your customer. That's your client. They chose to hire you. You gotta sometimes show them a little bit of love.
Yeah, when you're flexible for a customer, it shows that you go the extra mile in a way, but to an extent. Don't be too flexible. Because then you could fall into a situation where
they walk on you.
And you're spread very thin, and you're doing the most for everyone. Where if your product, your service, your main product or service justifies itself and is good and shows its value, you shouldn't have to add more value to it. Does that make sense? Don't go too far, but be flexible. Allow. One way for me, thinking flexibility, which I guess is, there's kind of two sides to this, but especially when starting off, be flexible with initial pricing. Right, get someone in the door, but make sure that they know that it's initial pricing. But we're gonna that's a good That's a good topic to talk about, pricing, value, and stuff like that, and like initial costs and stuff. But
your pricing should be flexible. If someone says, well, listen, this is how I did it with my prior vendor, my prior whatever company I used to work with, and you are sitting there trying to get this person's business, why wouldn't you be flexible? I've talked to companies where it's like, nope, sorry. And it's literally like, we're talking about a couple $100 difference of whatever. And it's like, really? You're willing to lose my business over that? I don't understand that sometimes. It's just crazy to me. But I wanted to create this episode to provide some guidance and some just knowledge about it's a better situation for both sides. Client, provider, client, business. We're talking to business owners today about being more flexible. Now, let's take a step back. It's not just about accommodating clients. It's your inner game.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above.
Okay, what's going on in your head? Don't beat yourself up if you don't hit your quarterly goal. Okay, I know it sucks. I know sometimes we're in a wacky economy, and you gotta come up with new tactics to maybe drum up more business. But if you don't hit your goal, don't beat yourself up. Have inner game flexibility. Yes, you got to hit your goals 100%. But if you don't one quarter, don't make yourself crazy. Just keep moving forward. That is the key. Now, to have flexible mindset, you have to adopt that, not make it your main goal. Like, oh, I'm gonna underachieve. I'm not gonna hit my goals, and that's okay. No, you have to have a little bit of leeway, a little bit of flex.
I saw this boat in half.
That allows you to have the right state of mind to proceed forward in a positive and productive manner. Ladies and gentlemen, positive and productive right here. These two big words that Cameron's going to put on the screen.
hopefully. No, I'm kidding.
I do love that beat. So we have the inner game flexibility. We have the accommodation for client flexibility. And just in general, don't take everything as yes or no, black and white, this and that. There is sometimes a gray area that you as an entrepreneur need to understand that we are human. This is the life we live. Things happen. You ever hear the term? Shit happens.
That is one
You got
big
to
pile of
adopt
shit.
that and understand that sometimes things aren't 100% picture perfect. But as a business owner, you got to get yourself up, dust yourself off, keep proceeding forward, and keep hitting and moving towards your goals. That is the key. I time and time again, I'll see people that sweat that they didn't hit their goals, or they sweat something about a project and they get hung up on the negative. Like I always said in prior episodes, life and business is like a soccer field or a football field. You have the goal at the end of the field. You need to envision that. Cue the AI.
Yes. Go. This pizza is mine.
One quote that sticks with me, especially on this topic, is failure is a decision. It's an option. Like, you know, you either fail and let it define you, or you fail and learn from it and move on. And that is a big decision you have to make. And a lot of the times people don't know how to move on from failure or move past that bump, whatever you want to call it. And that is failing right there. Is if you're knocked down, if you have a bunch of bullshit that hits you, are you going to keep going, or are you going to let it fail? That failure is a decision. And that's huge.
And I also think that, were you done?
Yeah.
I also think, or I know that the flexibility that you apply to your business needs to be applied when you are actually fulfilling, whether you're a house painter or a roofer or you're decorating someone's interior, it doesn't matter. Be flexible with the client in a way that shows them that you actually give a shit.
Yeah.
The worst thing you could do is nickel and dime. That is the worst. Nickel and diming is not being flexible. Try your best to not say to a customer, I don't do that. You gotta contact somebody else. Do you know what that means? That means the set budget that they applied to do whatever the fuck is now gonna be diluted. I don't do that. Bro, you just dug your own grave because they're gonna find somebody that does that. So it's key. Like, people don't think. They're just like so stubborn in their ways. No. Bro, miss, do it. Just do it for the customer. As long as it's not if it's outside of the scope or has nothing to do with what you do, okay, you have a case, like the guy that told me to travel. Okay. But if it's like, hey, could you update my Google page for me? Oh, okay. Flexibility with your schedule. Let's talk about that.
I don't know about that.
Flexibility with your schedule. If a client or whatever, a prospect that wants to talk to you and they're like, hey, I can meet you at 9:15 after I drop my child at school. I can meet you at a local Dunkin' Donuts.
You like donuts?
Yeah.
Well, this is my new boyfriend. How you like these nuts?
And let's say you have a meeting at 10:15. What you say, rather than saying no, you say, okay, I'm gonna have a hard stop in 30 minutes. I can meet you at Dunk's. What can I grab you? Okay? That's how you do it. You gotta have flexibility with your schedule, flexibility with your inner game, flexibility with accommodating clients. Value add is so critical when trying to provide flexibility for a client. If something, like I said earlier, if something is related to your offering, okay, and it's requested by the client, if you can just do it, if it represents labor, there's not a lot of pots, there's no pots involved, it's just taking some time, you might want to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, if you accommodate the client, you will likely put a smile on that client's face. That's very important when it comes to brand. Because what is brand? Brand is that experience, what they're feeling, what they're going through. Show them that you give a shit. And you should. It should be genuine. And go that extra mile. For example, if we get a client that says, hey, I got a whole new line of products, I'll be like, no problem. Cameron, give him a shout, and we'll go make some video content. No problem. I'm not, hey, you gotta pay us tens of thousands of dollars. No, you are a client.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today at Real Business Roundtable. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like and subscribe. Do all that. Peace. I'm not doing Andy's thing. Jesus Christ. I'm lost.